I can't do it.
All right, here we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mike Bird, and this is episode 33 of Take Care of Yourself, I believe. And today we have Miss Suzanne Butler from Australia on to talk about Feng Shui. Oh, did I say it right this time?
You did.
Oh
You
my
did.
God, pat myself on the back. How are you doing, Suzanne?
Yeah, good for this early in the morning. I'm double caffeinated and ready to go.
Yeah, so it is what, like 8 a.m. in the morning over there right now?
Yeah, 8 o'clock now.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time out and jumping on and getting your coffee in and talking with me.
No problem.
As of late, I've been having a lot of people on the show talking about relationships. You know, I'm a single man. I know a lot of single people. I used to run a singles group. Well, I'm still running one, actually. And you deal more with couples, people that are already in relationships, right?
Well, I deal with both singles, and I'm single and single by choice for the moment. And I deal with relationships, but also work with people that are wanting to bring in love because,
Mm-hmm.
as you will know, it's not an easy process. The dating pool sucks. No one wants to be in it. Everyone's flaky because no one knows what they want.
Wait, the
So
dating pool
I
sucks?
teach.
The dating pool sucks in
Oh,
Australia?
oh my God, yeah, it
but,
is abysmal.
but
Absolutely abysmal.
Well, let me ask you this before we move on. So, how is dating in Australia? Do you have the same apps that we have, like the Bumbles, the
Yeah,
Tinders, the like?
yeah.
So do you use that stuff?
Well, I have personally gotten off them because the quality and the effort from and this is my personal experience, the quality and effort from men on these apps has been absolutely minimal. So me being who I am, I'm a very strong and independent woman.
Mm-hmm.
I need someone that can lead. I need someone that can make a decision. And if a man can't even work out what coffee shop to meet me at, to have a coffee, to meet for the first time, I'm out.
It
So
does.
it's not, it's literally, if you can't make a small decision like that, then what's that saying how you're going to be as a partner? Because I'm done making all the decisions. I don't want to make all the decisions.
Well, you're
It has
getting.
to be a partnership.
We can't even get to that point of making a date here in the States. At least I can't. It sounds like it's all over the world. Just people are just getting exhausted with dating apps.
I think it's that, but no one knows what they want. And
Mm-hmm.
and it's like anything in life, unless you know exactly what you want, you can't make it happen. It just doesn't happen because what you ask for is what the universe will give you. And if you're giving
Mm-hmm.
the universe flaky instructions, well, that's what you're going to get back. So I start with a manifesto,
Mm.
and the manifesto is very, very specific. My manifesto for love is three A4 pages long in three columns of things that I am looking for in a partner.
Wait, repeat that.
Now, that might sound excessive.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to repeat it. What did you say it was? How many pages?
So three A4 pages
Okay.
in three columns of things I'm looking for in a partner.
Oof.
Now, some of them are going to be absolutely non-negotiables. Non-negotiables, but there's going to be some of preferences.
Like
It'd
what?
be nice to have.
Yeah. So what's
So
a
my
non-negotiable?
non-negotiable are they have to be employed or in business. They have to be a natural leader. They have to, well, and it comes down to using the language. I don't want a smoker. So instead of saying a negative like that, must have clean breath and lungs. So using different
Mm,
language, so that
okay.
obviously someone with clean breath and lungs is not going to be a smoker. So they're the examples of non-negotiables. And then the nice to haves are things like, well, they ride a motorbike or they drive a truck or, just they're the piddly little things that are going to be nice, but they're not the deal breakers for a relationship. But someone that's kind, someone that is doing the inner work, that's into spirituality, they're all non-negotiables for me because I have done the work. And emotional intelligence is hugely important to me. And it will show up for me instantly when I'm talking to someone how mature or emotionally mature they actually are. So it makes decision making very easy because I instantly go to my mental list. Well, I've actually got it written out, but my list, and I can work through that and go, are they ticking anything off? Is this a red flag for me? And if it is, then I know it's a no. There's no, oh, but maybe he'll be okay. Maybe this will be okay. No. If they're not hitting that at the first hurdle, then it's not going to work for me.
Yeah.
And it's making it so I'm actually at peace being single
But don't you
because I'm not
miss?
worried about it.
But I'm the same way. I've been single. I haven't been on a date in 4 months. I haven't really put any effort into dating in 4 months. But that being said, I kind of miss it a little bit. I miss the companionship or the partnership.
Yeah,
I miss it'd be nice to have somebody to have some conversation with, but it's also nice to be able to just up and do whatever you want to do,
absolutely.
right? Podcasting or whatnot without having to answer to someone or have to worry about
Yeah,
schedules. So, do you
yeah.
kind of miss that too?
I 100% miss companionship.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very much an introvert and I am a homebody. So I quite like being in my own place and my social battery drains quite quickly. So again, the personality of the person I'm looking for needs to match my energy because I could not be with an introvert 24/7. That would
Mm.
exhaust me.
Yeah.
So it's finding that balance. Like, do I ever want to live with someone again? Probably not.
Mm.
It would have to be very, very special for me to want to live with someone again. I live alone and I love living alone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but my previous relationships have not been great and I'm never going back to that again. And I compromised
Mm.
severely. So
It's
it's having that balance of what is an essential and a non-negotiable, and then what is a nice to have. So I personally know from the work that I've done on myself, my deep inner healing that I've done, I know that the man who is going to be right for me will be a leader and will know what I need before I even know
where do you
and can manage.
where do you think you will meet this guy? You just are you
I don't know.
just one of those things where like a random
I'm
bump in at the grocery store maybe
yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah.
So I'm doing things now that I enjoy. So I'm heavy, like I just told you before, I'm trying to get Chris Stapleton tickets today. They go on sale. I'm
Uh,
mad for country music.
oh yeah.
I've started going to festivals. We had a massive festival here last month, 40,000 people listening to amazing music. Um, and then I'm like, okay, well, what else can I do? Where else can I meet people that have this interest in common? Because, I burst into song all the time. So having someone that I can sing along to in the car would be nice. I'm putting that on my list. Um, so, but like, where else can I go? But I'm doing it by
Mm.
myself,
Yeah.
and I'm meeting other friends new people along the way. So I'm quite happy in my little single bubble, and whoever comes in has to fit into that and join me on my ride because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to change what I've developed for myself. It has to complement. And I think a lot of people, I'm in a couple of single groups where women they're questioning their actual relationships. And oh, I want a loyalty check on my partner. Honey, if you're asking
Mm.
for a loyalty check, get out.
Wait a second.
What?
You said these women are in a singles group and they're questioning
Oh,
their.
it's a dating singles group. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of them. They're in the States as well. Like, are we dating the same guy?
Oh yeah,
Those type
yeah.
of,
Look,
yeah.
I was a victim
And
of that one time, and let me tell you about
oh,
those. Let me tell you about those groups. They are worthless, and they should all be taken down. That's just my opinion. I think that the idea of those groups is fine. Yeah, it's for
Yeah,
women to seek information about people that could be sex offenders or could be abusive.
yeah.
But it also gives vindictive women a platform to badmouth
Oh,
men that don't deserve
100%,
it. And
100%.
yeah, when those groups can be toxic and get a lot of people in trouble and ruin reputations. But that being said,
Yeah,
yeah, those groups are all over. There's actually one here too. Are we dating the same girl? You know, so I
yeah,
mean, they're all over. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. These girls are in there wanting loyalty checks on their partners.
oh,
So
there's a
they're wanting
loyalty
other
check.
women to go in and DM their partner to see what he does.
Oh,
I'm like, if you're at that point in a
ah,
relationship, that's toxic. Get out. What is wrong with you?
that's terrible. That what?
It is horrible. And I'm like, honey, if you've got to do that, like one girl the other day was like, oh, um, he's treated me this way. He slept with another woman while I was pregnant with his child. I lost the baby, and we're going to move in together, and I just want to make sure that everything's okay. What?
Wow.
What, you didn't stop at red flag number one? You went for the whole collection? What? So and I guess for me, it's great because I can see how far I've come. I was
Mm-hmm.
never that bad, but I know that I was definitely my attachment style. I'm definitely an anxious avoidant,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that, so I manage it. Um, and I'm well aware. I'm aware. So that's half the battle won. But I was never that bad, and but now it's having these lists of what I want and the non-negotiables and the nice
Mm-hmm.
to haves and living the life that I actually want to live. It's brought me to peace,
Well,
and
that's
I'm
awesome.
happy.
Well, let me ask you this because we kind of just blew right by this. Like,
Yeah.
tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Like, where in Australia are you located? How did you get into the Feng Shui? Why is this word killing me? I think I said it right. But anyway,
Feng Shui.
Feng
Feng
Shui.
Shui.
Feng Shui. All
Yeah.
right. Anyway, so
Yeah.
tell the audience how you got into that and how did you heal yourself? How did you make yourself better?
Yeah. So I have been practicing for myself feng shui for close to 10 years. I'm in Brisbane, Australia, by the way,
Okay.
if you haven't noticed the accent. And I have I spent 10 years of my youth, late youth, early 20s in the Australian Defence Force. I was in the Navy and the Air Force.
All right.
So I believe you're ex-military as well.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Um,
yes.
so you know what trauma comes with that.
Yep.
And everything's very black and white, and you're not ready for the real world when you get out. Um, I proceeded to get out. I backpack around the world for 6 months and then came back and just fell into employment. And it never felt right. I
Mm-hmm.
always felt like an outsider. Um, I wasn't mentally built for um, that type of environment. Um, there was obviously trauma, anxiety, all sorts of adjustment disorder, all sorts of things going on. Fell in and out of toxic relationships. And then I made the decision. I was heavily bullied in a role. I was living in Melbourne at the time, and I just made the decision. You know what? I need to move. I need to get out of this um, environment that I'm in and
Mm-hmm.
move. And I just made the decision to move to a city I'd visited once that I knew nobody in. And I had a partner at the time when we both moved. That was he was well, his ex-wife was actually a psych nurse, and when we ended, she asked me, tick all these things you think he is, and I'm ticking this list. She goes, yeah, that's a diagnosis for sociopath. Now you understand why he is the way he is. I'm like, okay, right, excellent. And then fell into a relationship with a narcissist, alcoholic, abusive, um, love bombing, gaslighting, all like financial, all the things.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
She picked
and
the winner.
that is, yeah, I winner, winner, chicken dinner. I can pick them. So that's what I'm saying. When I found peace,
Mm-hmm.
that's part of the puzzle for me. I'm quite happy being alone. Um, and married him way too quickly. Regretted as soon as the registry was signed. I'm like, what did you do? Um, and that lasted 15 months and
Mm-hmm.
had him removed by police. And that's like I'd been doing random healing stuff, but that's when my journey and my healing really started mid COVID 2020. So June 2020 is when my journey and my healing really, really kicked off in a massive fashion. So I was qualified in mid 21 as a feng shui consultant. As I've been using it for 10 years and having great success using it for random things, money, um, jobs, like anything I could want. But obviously, relationships was a massive problem for me. But I've used feng shui to help me through that because your home is what creates a lot of the stuff that's going on for you. So if you've moved into a house and all of a sudden you start fighting, it's got nothing to do with you and your partner. It's the energy of the house that's creating it. If you move into a house and you start losing money and you don't know why, it's the house creating that problem. So we use feng shui to balance the energy in the home and reverse it. So I've just moved into this particular house. The previous apartment I moved into was actually bad for money, good for people, but also in a 12-month money lock. Last year financially was horrendous for me. As soon as I've moved in here, which is actually bad for people but good for money, my business has shot through the ether this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes a difference to your environment, like where you're living. My plants are going stupid. Um, Everything feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is stressful anymore. It's just I'm in complete flow. So that's why, yeah, my environment is obviously super important to me. The differences it makes within days, weeks, months, once you've balanced is incredible. Like I've brought in close to $500,000 of money that I was not expecting, and not from jobs, but like compensation claims from defense. I've had a couple of massive injuries. Um, I sold my old house for record profit for the suburb. Like I wasn't expecting that sort of money to just flow into my life, but it did. So it's just helped me through the divorce. It's separation with someone with a personality problem and an addiction problem is never going to be pleasant. But it enabled me to move through it so much easier because my home was supporting me to make decisions and getting other people in to help me. I mean, able to ask for help. So it has an effect on so many different levels of your life. Um, but I've only seen benefit from it, and that's why I love it so much. The way I guess people go and do healing modalities. They'll go and do kinesiology, Reiki, breath work, all the things, counseling, therapy, whatever you want. And they walk out of the therapist or whatever modality they've done and they're feeling great. And then they go back to a home that's just chaos. The washing hasn't been done, the laundry hasn't been done, the groceries haven't been bought. You're fighting with your partner, your kids are screaming at each other. Like it's chaos. You walk back into that and you're just undoing all the good stuff you've just done for yourself.
Yeah.
So if your home is supporting you, everything else becomes so much easier. And that's why I love it.
Well, let me ask you this, cause what the heck is feng shui? Can
What
you?
is it?
Yeah. What
Okay,
is
so
it? What is it? I know it's using energy to heal, right? But I need you to
yeah,
break this down for me because I have no
yeah.
idea. Like I said earlier,
So
it sounds
it's
like a character from the Mortal Kombat video game.
yeah. So it's an ancient Chinese pseudoscience. We don't know how it works. We just know it does. It's further broken down into other issues by being there's a number of different schools of feng shui. So
Mm,
feng shui you might have heard of would have been about moving furniture or placing a frog with a coin in its mouth at your front door, that sort of thing. That is modern feng shui. It's not specific, it's intuitive, and from what I've seen personally, doesn't always work. I work with classical flying stars and form school, which is about the actual home itself. So, position of the home on the land, it has a massive impact on the energy of the home. And a difference of 5 degrees on the compass can have a dramatic effect on what the house type would actually be. So you could go from having a one shot one shui, which is a good for money, good for people house, to a bad for money, bad for people house based on it turning on the compass. So that's why if you move house, things can dramatically change for the good or the bad or the worse, because the energy in the home is going to be different to what you've moved from.
So you
So the biggest thing, like, yep,
no, I was going to touch. You said something about a frog with a coin in its mouth. So
yeah,
if you see that little statue or something on somebody's front porch, that's an energy for
it's a feng
feng
shui
shui.
item, but it's not necessarily going to do anything.
Oh, I just looked it up.
It's more of a good luck charm.
Yeah, it says it's called Jin Chan. It's usually depicted as a bullfrog with red eyes, flared
Yeah,
nostrils, and only one hind
yeah,
leg, for a total of three
yeah,
legs, sitting on a pile
yeah,
of traditional Chinese cash with a coin in its mouth. Okay,
yeah.
I just
So
wanted to
you'll
look
see
that
those
up.
on you might see them on like counters at Chinese restaurants or um salons, or it's supposed to be a good luck money
Uh,
item.
Maybe I
Um,
need to buy me a
but
Jin Chan.
no, you don't need them.
Yeah, I just
I
keep.
don't use them. We don't use them. We don't use it's a totem. It doesn't necessarily do anything because it's not adjusting energy. It's just something you're putting in. It's just adding clutter to your home.
Yeah.
Um, so we deal with flow and energy flow and making sure that you've got less. Less is actually more, because you
Mm.
need the energy to flow in your home. And when it's stagnant or cluttered, um, it can't flow. And you can't bring new in if it's full already of stuff.
Oh.
That's the biggest thing. So, when it comes to relationships, what is your bed like energetically, what does your bedroom look like?
Oh,
Are
you're
you
asking
happy
me?
to bring someone back into it?
uh,
Like,
you
is it
know,
welcoming?
as I mean, if I pick all the socks up off the floor and the pants and fix my bed, yeah, I think it's pretty presentable. You know.
Yeah. You know, does it have a solid headboard to provide you with the support? Does it have
Yeah.
matching items in there? Bedside tables on both sides? Is it pushed
Uh,
up into the corner?
Mirrors on the ceiling.
Because if it's pushed up in the corner, how is your partner going to get into bed?
Mm. Yeah.
So it's all energetic, and it all means something. So I can I'll go and look at houses that are for sale, and I'll go into the master bedroom, and it'll be beautifully decorated, but there might be three hearts on the wall.
Hmm.
And I can pretty much guarantee they're selling that house because they're getting divorced.
Because there's
And they're getting divorced because they've put that third energy in with the
oh
hearts.
like that acts as pressure on the relationship almost.
Yeah.
So you
If
think
you
it's
put
kind of
water in,
like a symbol. Those three hearts are like a
yeah,
symbol of their like a illusion, or like they're making a illusion that they have this loving marriage,
yeah,
but it's not. Is that
yeah.
yeah? Kind of like when.
If you put water in the wrong place, like people like aquariums, or they
Mm-hmm,
think, oh, I'll just put and this is where DIY and Googling is really, really dangerous,
mm-hmm,
because I'm a member of a number of different feng shui assistance or help groups on Facebook. Oh my God. My answer is always, please just get a consult. Why are you
mm,
putting that in place? Why? Oh, because of this group. It might not be suitable for your home. Stop asking random questions without
mm,
getting full information. Um, put water in. Water we use for flow, so flow
uh-huh,
of money. But water can also be emotion because water is represented by blue, as you ever see, blue ocean,
Mm-hmm.
water. What do you say to someone when they're sad?
Are you okay? It'll be
Are
okay.
you feeling blue? You feel looking a
Oh,
bit
you
blue.
blue?
You're looking a bit down.
I have never said
So
that to anyone.
yeah. So it's bringing that emotion into
Mm-hmm.
tears are water. It's emotion, right? So we do use it to bring in money in the right place,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also can create emotional problems. It can create infidelity. Obviously, infidelity is only created if that person is that type of person. It's not just going to create someone, cause someone to cheat. Any person. Like I would never do that. It's just not in my DNA to cheat. Um, but it can bring on affair energy. So we have to be really careful about what we're adding into our home.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the time, it's actually detrimental.
Is there like items I could look for if I go into somebody's house or maybe even my house that would give off a sign that these people are have items that can give them bad vibes?
Yeah, artwork is a big one.
Like any artwork or certain types?
Yeah, like artwork will like if you've got images of like just say an open this is where it's very subjective. So art can be
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, but also can be damaging, right? So if
Yeah.
you've got say artwork of a beautiful like desert landscape and you've put that in your southwest, which is your love and relationships area,
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure your relationships are going to be pretty desolate,
Okay. Hmm.
right? And dry.
Dry
Bit of
and
a dry
desolate.
spell there.
Woo.
Mm.
I don't have any desert
So
artwork in my house, but I should.
but that's just an example. Even like an open plain, or
Yeah.
if people have um paintings of like snow, like and it's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Like see a tree that's painted or a photo of a tree that's covered in snow and it's glistening in sunlight. It's beautiful,
Mm.
but it's also very cold and nothing grows in winter under snow. So you have to be very careful where you would place it. Imagery in your bedroom. If you have children, do not put images of your children in your bedroom.
Oh.
That is, the bedroom is a space for love, sex, and sleep.
Oh
That's
shit.
it.
I'm guilty of that one. I need to get all my
Yeah,
kids' pictures out of my bedroom.
yeah.
Oh.
Because I mean, hey, if you're into voyeurism, have at it.
Oh no no
But
no no.
having images of people looking at you in your bed,
Yeah.
like, is that making a bit of sense now?
What if a person has pictures of Marvel superheroes all over their house?
I'm suggesting that's obviously you. Is that you right
I'm
now?
not saying, I'm not confirming or denying it.
Okay, so if you've got like, it's fine to have a hobby. It's fine to have things you enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be okay. So me as a woman looking at that house, I'd be thinking, is this guy mature enough?
Ooh, yeah. I just need to find a woman that has Marvel stuff all over her house too, and then look,
Absolutely,
perfect match. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Uh,
But then again, if you're using Marvel superheroes, for
mm-hmm.
example, what poses are they in? Which ones are they? What are that?
Oh,
What's the energy that they're actually putting out? So it was Iron Man like in the middle of battle. Is Iron Man Marvel?
yeah, yeah. He's Marvel.
Don't want to insult anyone. In the middle of battle, that's not going to be a positive image anyway because it's a war. It's
Mm.
death and destruction. So if you do like that type of art, just make sure it's positive
I have a picture of
and not.
Deadpool on a stripper pole, so
Well,
maybe.
that's pretty funny. Where would I suggest you put that? Um,
That's
I mean, if,
directly
that,
in
if
the.
that's your next career, if it's your next career move, then probably the north of your home because that's your career area.
Really? So I had no idea that a
Yeah.
person's home had all these different um, areas for certain parts of your life. Like, so
Yeah.
north is career. What is east, west, and south of your home? Can you break
Okay,
that down?
so North is your career and life path. So if you're looking for a new job, that's where you would write some affirmations or find the best job description for the job you're looking for.
Okay.
And write an affirmation saying, I'm so grateful that I've obtained this job and it's paying me X, Y, Z. And you'd put that in the North. So that's where we would focus on it. If you at all possible, it's where you would put your office as well, if you had a home office.
Okay.
Um, because it just enhances the career. If for fame and reputation, so if you want to be known for something, um, you would put affirmations in the south because that's your fame and reputation area. So, okay, for a prime example, saying I love country music, I went to this big festival last month, I met Chris Young. I was manifesting that I would meet Chris Young. I love Chris Young. I think his music is amazing. And it exudes the energy that I'm looking for in a partner as well, which is another reason why I listen to country music. So I met him. I got photos with him. He signed something for me. I put that in all in a shadow box, and I've placed that in the south of my home. Why have I put up a picture of a celebrity in my home like I'm a 15-year-old girl? Because I want to work with more celebrities.
Mm,
I actually want to meet more celebrities and work with them. So that's gone in the south of my home for that reason, to bring in the energy of me meeting more celebrities.
okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Um, and so the east is your family area. So take out the photos of your kids out of your bedroom and put them in the east of your home,
In the
if you
east.
can,
Okay.
in
First,
the
I have to
east. So
figure
just get
out.
the compass out
Yeah,
of your on your
yeah,
phone.
yeah. I got to figure out where east, north, south, east, and west is in my house first. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
So
do
just
that.
get the compass on your phone. It'll tell you.
Okay.
The west is your new beginnings area. So, and creativity, fertility. So, if you're wanting to start a family, you would just make sure that area was fully decluttered for a start, because it's bringing in the creativity, bringing in new things. You want to make sure that's clean and clear. The northwest is travel and helpful people. So if you're wanting to travel more, so if you're wanting to come to Australia, then put an image of Australia in your northwest. So you'll see
Hmm.
behind me, I've got it's a fake book that says London on it.
Okay. I was wondering
So
about that. So
yeah,
you're trying to
so
manifest a trip to London.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So this is my northwest where my office is,
Okay.
and I know it's been quite incredible, to be honest. Like northwest is actually my best position as well, for business and career. For me to this is all multi-layered. Like this is not something we can go into half an hour. I could talk about this stuff all day. Um, but Northwest is your travel and helpful people. Travel is one of my passions. I love to travel. I go trips probably 2 or 3 times a year, overseas. I love experiencing new cultures and new cities, that sort of thing. But I want to go back to London to do some more work. I was there last year. I feng shuied a hotel and with a colleague of mine and had a great time and want to do it again. I found this at TK Maxx. So I need fire element in this area. You can tell I'm definitely putting the fire element in. And it's just a reminder to me that you are going to go back to London. When? Don't know, but it will happen.
I've been there a couple of times. It's well, I heard it's kind of changing for the worse now, but like
Isn't everywhere?
everywhere is, yeah. It's the whole world's getting crazy. I mean, but that's a
Yeah.
whole other show in itself. We could talk
Yeah, yeah,
about. But
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
so that's the northwest.
okay.
Your northeast is your spiritual center. So if you're wanting to put an altar in your home, if you
Hmm.
pray, if you have a different god, or and that's where you would focus your areas. If you like to meditate, that's where you could meditate. It's your spiritual center. Southeast is your wealth and abundance area. So the easiest way to do this is draw a floor plan of your house, divide it into 9 equal squares, and then work out from the compass on your phone where those directions are. They're your areas. So southeast is your wealth and abundance. So make sure in that area is only things that make you feel abundant. And be very aware also that whatever you put there will be abundant.
Mm.
So if that's where you put your laundry before you fold it, be aware that you're going to have a lot of laundry. It's just going to keep multiplying. You're not going to know why. If you have a trash can that is full, it's always going to be full.
Oh.
Have to be really careful with what you're putting in that area. So have things in there that make you feel wealthy, make you feel abundant. Like it might be you feel abundant when you're with your children.
Yeah. Could I put my money there, and
Yeah, well,
maybe it
that
would
you do.
multiply?
You
Or
can put yeah, you can put a wealth bowl in that area, like
mm.
just a small bowl with coins, and make sure it's overflowing.
So I'm gonna put that in the kitchen, right by my trash can, because my trash can is always full. So I'm gonna put a little money bowl there and see what happens. Maybe I'll win the lottery.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And then your southwest is your love and relationships area.
So that should be with the
So
bedrooms.
again, just yeah, so just
Okay.
make sure that it is ready to welcome in love and it
Mm.
is supportive of a relationship if you are in one.
Okay.
So just ensuring that everything actually reflects what you're looking to bring in.
Okay.
And that's every area of your home.
So, Susan, I went to your website, harmonizingenergies.com.au, and I took your
Yes.
quiz. And
Yep.
the quiz said that my house was good for money but bad for people.
Yep.
But it also was catered towards people in a relationship. You know, there was a question in there about the way it was worded. It was definitely like you were already in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You're
Yep.
living with someone.
Yep.
So I don't
Yep.
know if it's completely accurate for me since I'm single. But yeah, I
Yep.
found that interesting because uh, I have dumped so much money into this house since I have lived here, and I've only lived here for about a year, almost a year.
Yep.
And I haven't had that many parties here like I had at my old home.
Yep.
So that's interesting, you know. Yeah, because I don't have as many people over now.
Yep.
But as far as good for money, does that mean it's good for saving money or good for like emptying my bank account?
So it will mean you always have money. So even
Oh.
if you're like breadline, you'd
Mm-hmm.
still be able to pay your bills. Like you'll just still be, the money will still be there to be able to do what you need to do. It can certainly be enhanced to make sure you've got excessive money, but it will make it just easy. Like you, you might not be like loaded,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not going to be like struggling on like on an absolute shoestring. And am I going to have uh 2 minute noodles tonight, or am I going to have um, a steak? Like you won't be having those really extreme decisions to be
Mm-hmm.
making. When it's bad for money, you could be earning 100 grand a year, 200 grand a year, and you don't know where your money's going. It just flows
Mm-hmm.
straight out. You could have bill after bill. You know, you might get fines. You might lose your job, and you can't get a job, or all manner of things. So it definitely does have an impact. When it's good for people, relationships, not just in your home, but relationships in general for you should be pretty good. And relationships inside the home should be pretty good. Um, to say like if you're co-parenting with your ex-partner, you get along fine. Like everything just
Mm-hmm.
happens okay. Um, but then could also be health problems. There could be career problems. There could be um, issues with your kids. Like they might have behavioral problems. Any manner of things that just think, why can't I catch a break? But
Mm-hmm.
when it's good for people, everything's just great. Everything you could be have a bad for money, good for people home, and you're in a really loving relationship and you just get through it together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But when it's the opposite way, um, money can create the arguments.
Yeah.
So it's very nuanced. That quiz is great, a great tool to just give you some insight. It's
Mm-hmm.
obviously not 100% because I can't be 100% with it, And there's so much that goes into me doing a consult with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm doing a consult with a lady in the UK at the moment, and she's been trying to work it out herself. And I'm sitting here looking at the information going, uh, there's no way she could work it out herself because I'm questioning and testing and measuring a number of things myself, and I know what I know, and I'm qualified. So it's can be nuanced. It can be difficult to work it out, but when we do work it out, it's when the magic happens because your life will change.
Mm. Yeah, and if you want to take that quiz, go to harmonizingenergies.com.au, and let's see if your house likes money like mine. And also,
Yeah,
there's
I've actually, and oh, sorry, I've
uh,
also just released a really low ticket training. If you want some sort of insight into what it actually is and how it
mm-hmm.
actually works, if you go on our website under trainings, there's, I don't know, am I allowed to swear on here?
Yeah,
Um, I've started this new training because there's a question I get asked all the time. Fuck is feng shui? So I've actually
That's
got a
what I was
training
going to
there.
say
You
earlier.
can Yeah, so you can go on there on the training tab. I've got a course there you can download, just work through, and it will answer so many questions and give you so much insight to your life and
Mm-hmm.
also to your home.
Okay. Yeah, and also on your website, it's got there's two columns here. Feng Shui is for you if you would like to make money flow easily, heal relationships, sleep better, make healthier choices, create more quality time with loved ones, and bring peace and ease into your life. I really like the one of make money flow easily.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yep.
definitely need. And you need feng
Yep.
shui if you are feeling overwhelmed by the prospect of making changes and not knowing where to start, feeling like you're not making enough money or achieving enough success despite your efforts, struggling to find a work life balance that allows you to pursue your goals, feeling disconnected or unfulfilled in your personal relationships, and lacking the skills or knowledge to create more harmonious connections. So my question about feng shui is like, how do you practice this? Is this because it's like a Chinese art, right? It's not something like yoga where you have to meditate, right? I mean, or is this
Yeah.
just a state of mind you have to learn to put yourself in?
Yeah, it is. So we literally place the elements. So as I say, I'm in my northwest here,
Uh huh.
and the number combinations from when I've done my calculations tell me that I need the fire element in here. So
Okay.
as you can tell behind me, this is a fire element, right?
Because of the red.
The red.
The red. Okay.
Yeah. I have other areas like right in front of me here. I've got a little bookshelf and I have metal. So we place
Hmm.
actual physical metal in the home. We don't use trinkets and things like that. Like it,
Mm-hmm.
and it, you would walk into my house and you wouldn't even know because it's not in plain view. You don't need it in plain view. It's all energetic. We just balance it. So once you've got a personal report, I tell you where to place things and what to place and what the energy of the particular area in your home is and what it's doing and what it will continue to do if you don't remedy it.
Mm.
So it could be that might be bad for women. So if it's bad for women, it'll just things will be difficult for women in that area, which is not ideal if that's where your office or bedroom is. Because from that, if you're trying to fall pregnant, it's going to make it pretty impossible.
Mm.
But once we put the remedy in, the negative will be balanced out and reduced, and the positive will be enhanced. So it might be bad for women, but it also might be great career prospects for a lawyer. So if you're a lawyer trying to fall pregnant, well, then that's great. We enhance that. But it's very nuanced. It's very specific, um, and it's literally dependent on your home. Your neighbor will have a different report to you.
Yeah. Wow. It's definitely an interesting. I guess you would call it like an art, almost.
Yeah,
Yeah. It seems to me
yeah,
like it's more you have to learn items and I guess knowing where you're at in your home at all times is something you have to know north, south, east, and west in your home, and you have to know the
Yeah,
quadrants, I
so when
guess.
when you get the report, you actually are given a floor plan,
Uh huh.
your floor plan of your home, and it's all marked up for you. So you'll know the area. So my bedroom is my north, career and
Mm-hmm.
life path area. Okay. I know when things are just a bit stagnant for my business, what is going on in my north. And usually there's a floor drobe incident going on that I haven't folded my washing. As soon as I clear it up and put things away,
Uh-huh.
bang, every time I get an automated sale come through my website. So that's how it works. When you know, it's easy. And as I put a post up the other day, I'm undiagnosed ADHD, and it's getting harder for me because I'm getting busier
Uh-huh.
and trying to focus on things is it's difficult. So I know I need to deal with that. But why has feng shui helped me? It's because my home is balanced, it's decluttered. So I know when something's not going right that I haven't tidied up a particular area and I need to do that. So a couple of years ago, my south, which is your fame and reputation area, was at my back door. And it was the dumping ground. I was doing a bit of DIY. I put a new dishwasher in or something.
Mm.
And sitting at my back door was a toolbox, two saws. Why I had two, I don't know, but two saws, a tin of paint, paint brushes, paint rollers, all the stuff that was supposed to go back to the garage. But, can't do that. ADHD, it's really hard for me to put anything away
Mm-hmm.
until I get to the point where I've had enough. I put all this stuff away. Within 24 hours, I had two requests for interviews. I had a request to appear and speak at an event. And what else happened? I got two new clients because I decluttered.
So if you are a nasty person and you just leave stuff everywhere like a hoarder, you're probably going to have a pretty crappy life, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
things are really hard.
yeah, living in shit, you're going to get shit.
Yeah,
You're going to, yeah. So,
absolutely.
where should a person's hot tub be? I have a hot
Dependent on
tub.
your house.
My hot tub is outside. I have it on my patio. Um,
Okay.
but now I
What
don't.
direction is it sitting in?
So I need to hold on. Let me look on my phone. I'm gonna pull a compass up right now.
Because for the
Um,
next 20 years, you do not want water in the south.
oh my God! Watch it be in the south. Okay, so it is actually east. So
Perfect. It'll be fine.
my bedroom is okay. So my kitchen is northeast. My bedroom is more south, but southwest. Uh, my office is southeast, but yeah,
Yeah.
more east, I guess, than southeast.
Yeah.
And my living room is northwest. So how screwed up is my house?
Not screwed up at all. The fact that your bedroom in the southwest is perfect.
Yeah,
You just need to optimize it.
I just need to
But
get the
it's
kids' pictures
interesting how
up.
you said you have like before about dating 4 months, you haven't been on a date.
Yeah.
I'd be looking at your southwest. Also, your home, if you're thinking it's bad for people, that's also not helping. So
Mm.
we can put things in place where they need to be to remove that from being a problem. So
But
I would be looking at my bedroom if I were you, making sure you
uh,
have room for a partner, um, and making sure that the room itself is welcoming to a partner. Like if she stood at the door of your bedroom, would she be like, "Oh hell no," or it's like, "Oh, this
mm,
is really nice. He's class. I like this."
yeah,
That's the way you need to be thinking.
I think if I cleaned it up, that's what she would be thinking. But right now, when you live alone and you don't have that much company to go in your bedroom, you just kind of throw pants here, shoes there. You know, you
Yeah,
would, you probably would. You're a
I hear
neat
you. I've
freak.
got
Yeah, but
no. I'm not.
no.
I'm not a neat freak. Hell
and
no.
and
No,
so
not a chance.
I have a king size bed. So when you walk in my room, it's 90% of the room. Like there's not much
Yeah.
room to walk around. I mean, I have a small bedroom. I live in like a little small house, 1,400 square foot. But I'm completely happy with the size. I like it. It's all on one floor. It's like a ranch. But yeah, it's not too big. There is no way I could live with someone else right now. Not living in my room.
Well, then you haven't got room. So there you
Yeah.
go. You've just said you don't have room for another person in your life.
You know what? But people are in relationships living in different houses nowadays. You see that more and more. You know.
But that's where you need to make the decisions. Okay, so is having a king size bed in that room the best thing for you right now? Like I would never have a king size bed again. I used to have one.
Hmm.
I would never have another one because there is no connectivity with your partner. The bed's too big. You're sleeping too far away from each other.
Well, I
Take
mean,
away the fact you can't move around the room.
it all depends because when I was in relationships, I had the same bed and we always slept close together on the bed. A king
Yeah.
size bed is good though for other things like I like laying across the wide side, the
Yeah.
unorthodox
Well, I mean,
side.
I'm only five
Sometimes
four,
laying
so I
across it.
can do that. I can do that on a normal queen.
Yeah, you can do it on a twin. No, I'm joking.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I love my king bed. I had a bigger house when I bought it. It fit perfect. I had plenty of room, but then I downsized, and because I was getting a lot of stuff, and I decided to downsize and move into a smaller house. And then I went and
Yeah.
got a damn dog, and this dog is dog in feng shui somehow like if you have
They're
a dog,
great feng shui.
it
They're
is.
great because they disperse energy really well.
Uh,
My dog's at my feet right now.
what kind of dog you got?
Labrador.
A lab? I've got a German
Yeah.
Shepherd.
Black lab.
Oh, cool,
Yeah.
cool. I was gonna get a black lab. I was gonna get a golden retriever, and I was thinking of getting a German Shepherd and a golden retriever, or a golden retriever and a black lab. But I ended up glad I didn't get two dogs, two puppies, because I would be losing my mind right now. Because one puppy is
Oh yeah.
enough. But I ended up
Yeah.
going with the German Shepherd. So
Yeah.
they're definitely a life changer. Definitely a life
They
changer.
are. They are. And I lost one of mine last year. I've got two dogs and
Oh,
I lost an older one and I've just made the decision I can't get another one. It's,
yeah.
it's too much.
They definitely are. They definitely are. I guess people told me that when you get two dogs, don't get two puppies. Always wait. Like let your puppy grow up, become
Yeah.
an adult, and then get another puppy. That
Yeah.
way, the older one's not such a pain in the ass like the puppy is. Because
Yeah.
chewing stuff up is like my puppy's thing now. She just whatever she can find to put in her mouth, she puts it in her mouth. Whether it be a part of the
Yes.
house or an extension cord or a cover to my ice plunge or she just my poker table like she chewed my poker
Yeah.
table. I was like, oh my god, But anyway, yeah, I digress.
Mine has a thing with trash. She likes to get into the bin.
The trash bin.
Yeah. I'll
Oh
come home and there'll be if I haven't taken it out or if I haven't put it away like far enough for her to get it'll be all over the floor. So
yeah.
she punishes me for leaving her home.
My dog punishes me all the time, all the time. So you've got some stuff. So a Bali retreat. There's
Yeah.
training offered. There's some other stuff up here people can check out when they go to harmonizingenergies.com.au, and they
Yep.
can check out your website. You got any other
And
social media?
it's harmonizing with an S, not a Z,
Oh,
because I'm
harmonize.
Australian.
Is that how? Wait. So explain to me why
We
you
don't use
spelled
Z.
it. You don't use that. Oh.
It's the Queen's English.
Oh, okay. So only Americans would use the Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how we
Yeah.
do things. We just don't care. We just.
Yeah, we do.
So yeah, let me ask you this. So you're in Brisbane, or
Yeah.
is it Brisbane or Brisbane?
Brisbane.
Brisbane. Okay. So isn't that where the zoo is, the big Australian zoo?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half for me north
Yeah.
on the sunny coast.
I am
Yeah.
like so jealous. I've always wanted to go there because I grew up. I was a big Steve Irwin fan, And like when he got killed by that ray, I ain't gonna lie, I cried. I did. It hurt.
Yeah.
And but now you look at his kids; they're all grown up. His son looks just like him. He's running around.
Yeah.
All right, mate, let's go get a croc. You know, he's a chip
It's a bit
off the old
nuts.
block. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, I follow him on Facebook, and every once in a while, a video of his will pop up, and I'm like, and I saw him on was it Jimmy Kimmel with all the animals and stuff, and man, he is just
Yeah.
looks just like his dad. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I mean, maybe one day I'll get up to Australia, and I really want to see a kangaroo in person. Do you see them every day?
It's funny you say that. You can obviously see the zoom. This is what is on my other screen. It's just popped up.
A kangaroo.
Kangaroo. Yeah.
Do you see a kangaroo every day?
Not where I live here, but where I used to live, yeah. We have
Really?
them all over the place. I've got a really big parkland down here, and there's a lot of native Australian birds in there.
Uh,
There's probably kangaroos in there, but it's probably a bit too built up around here. But previous place I lived, um, yeah, saw them every day.
are they really mean?
The big reds are, so the
Yeah.
ones that are like the built guy, like the muscles,
Uh huh.
yeah, they're quite aggressive. But if you see just a normal kangaroo, no, the little grey ones there, they'll just run away. They're not interested. They're too little.
So the big reds are the ones you see in all these videos fighting men,
Yeah,
like and
yeah, and
attacking
you don't see
dogs.
them very often.
Yeah.
Like they're more in the outback, like in the desert, you'll see
Uh,
them. Not so much in regional, like residential areas. You'll see bigger kangaroos, but not the big reds.
so those big reds, they actually grow big muscles like that? Because I
Yeah,
thought those were genetically enhanced. Because I saw this one kangaroo, this thing was jacked. It looked like it could bench press like
yeah,
500 pounds, and that's natural.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
insane. That's insane. Have you ever been to the United States?
Yeah, I was there last year.
Yeah, where'd you go?
Um, I went nuts. I don't know what I was thinking, but I had 8 days on the way through to the UK, and I had a few days in Phoenix, a few days in Sedona, flew over to New
Hmm.
York. I've been before, so it wasn't a huge thing.
Yeah.
And then a few days in Boston with a friend. So 8 days, 4 cities. Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Yeah, Sedona's pretty cool. That's where they filmed all
Yeah,
the old westerns back in the day.
yeah,
Yeah, like all the John Wayne stuff. And but well,
yeah.
well, cool. Hey, look, Susan. Thanks for being on the show. I'm gonna let you go
My
because
pleasure.
I know you got to start your work day here pretty soon and get
I
those
do.
Chris
I do.
Stapleton tickets. So good luck with that.
Yes. And then hopefully I'll be over there next year to go to CMA Fest in Nashville. So that's my plan.
Right on, right in Nashville, man. That's a party place. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right. Thanks again,
Absolutely.
Susan. Check her out.
Thank you.
harmonizingenergies.com.au, and that's harmonizing with an S, not a Z. All right. We will see y'all later, folks. Bye. All right. Thanks, Susan. That was all.